What's going on, guys? My name's Dynasty. What I got for y'all today is yet again another Mortal Kombat X video. Now today, we're gonna get some insight from a former NetherRealm Studios employee who just recently answered some questions regarding Fujin and Rain as DLC. Very interesting and cool stuff, so with that said, let's get into it. So first things first, as you guys do know, Brian Chard used to work for NetherRealm Studios for quite some time until about a month or so ago. Despite even walking away, he is still answering a ton of Mortal Kombat related questions and giving us some insight behind his opinions on what could be DLC and what could not be DLC in the future for Mortal Kombat X. Now, what I thought was interesting as well, somebody actually asked him his idea of Fujin being a DLC character, and his opinion on that was not much of a chance, I'd say. From there, he went on to elaborate that the reason behind it was because Fujin really doesn't have much of a known personality inside the Mortal Kombat universe, and because of that, he doesn't have too much character substance for the NetherRealm Studios to work with. So, like you would imagine, when I read this, I was pretty bummed out because you guys do know I want to see Fujin in Mortal Kombat X pretty bad, either inside a Combat Pack 3 DLC, a Story Pack DLC, etc. And to see the reasoning behind this because he has, you know, like a lack of personality, I don't know how I would feel about that being the excuse for him not to be in the game if you consider a character like Tremor, who was inside the first Combat Pack 1 DLC. I mean, to be fair, we really didn't know much about Tremor's personality apart from, I think, his appearance inside of Mortal Kombat Special Forces. So to see this excuse like, oh, I mean, Fujin wouldn't be a great DLC character because he has no personality. Yeah, you really could have said the same about Tremor, and I mean, NetherRealm Studios took it upon themselves to give him a pretty unique ending and give him some pretty cool intros to give you some, I guess, character backstory. So guys, this is just the opinion of one person who was working behind the scenes for quite some time there at NetherRealm Studios. Does this mean 110% he's not going to be in the game because he lacks a personality? Of course not. I'm just giving you guys this to work with so you have some insight on what the, I guess, the thought process was of an employee at NetherRealm Studios. Moving on to something else I think is very interesting coming from also Brian Chart is he was asked about Rain inside the main roster for Mortal Kombat X, and if he even had a chance to be on the main roster. Check this out right here. Can't please them all. Story team wanted Rain on the roster, made him fightable, folks just complained. From there, he also gives us an insight behind Ed Boon's thoughts on the character Rain. Check this out. I get the feeling Ed thinks of him as a joke character. I guess no one argued hard enough to keep him, so pretty interesting stuff, especially considering, of course, the recent passing of Prince. You guys do know Prince inspired the creation of Rain, the color, the name, etc. And I really just thought this was interesting if you consider that recent retweet made by Ed Boon where somebody was like, hey, I wonder if NetherRealm Studios is going to add Rain as a DLC character to have a tribute, I guess, to, of course, the passing of Prince, the guy who pretty much inspired the creation of that character. So regardless, it still seems that Ed Boon is not a really big fan of Rain. From there, he was also asked his opinion on if we'd see Rain inside of the Mortal Kombat 11 roster. His response was this right here. Check this out. Bam! My guess is he won't be in the next Mortal Kombat, but it's just a guess. From there, he also followed up with, we didn't see Rain die, so he might have eluded Kotal. Do not know if he'll ever be a roster character. So yeah, if you're a fan of Rain, just like Fujin, reading this has to kind of bum you out because it seems like NetherRealm Studios as a whole is just not really big fans of the character Rain. And honestly, the same can be said about Fujin. So guys, that is all I got for y'all today. Some very interesting insight coming from a former NetherRealm Studios employee who worked there for like 10 years. So what do you all think of these recent tweets made by Brian Chard? Can you see Rain or Fujin making an appearance in this game? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Till next time, guys, I've been your host, I've been Dynasty, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.